look at what I have here. This is Tequila Corrido. So Tequila Corrido is made at Nome 1412, which is actually the same distillery that makes Mi Genta, which is one of my favorite brands out there right now. Making a clean product, they are making a very, well-made product, and I don't think that they are overall all that expensive. I think the price is quite accessible for what it is. They make a Blanco, a Reposado, and an Añejo, and they actually make a high proof, which I will save to talk about in another video. And before we get to the tasting, I kind of want to talk about the bottles. There's beautiful art on the backside, but one thing that I love is there's these little guitar picks that are attached to the neck. There's also guitars on their logo, and also on the back of the bottle, it's kind of embossed right there. Why is that? Because of their name. Corrido is a type of song that was apparently sung by Mexican smugglers during Prohibition, or at least that's how the story goes. One of the things that I think that they do that is very fascinating is how much they focus on their barrel blending. Basically, for their aged expressions, the Repo and the Añejo, they use American oak, Hungarian oak, some barrels that used to have Mexican Merlot, and something that they call a symphony blend. And it's through this aging that they really get their signature flavor and taste. And their symphony barrels are made up of 3 different kinds of wood in there. And each of those barrels and woods are going to impart a certain flavor and a different flavor. And while blending is actually becoming more popular in tequila aging as well, it's very common in so many other spirits. Usually a lot of brands will have master blenders along with master distillers, which I find fascinating. But all right, Louis, that's so cool. Let's get to tasting it. First up, the Reposado. You get some of that oak, a little bit of that almost like butterscotchy kind of a caramelly aroma to it, and some of that cooked agave. While the nose is very prominent on the barrel notes, the actual flavor is a lot more agave forward than you might initially think, but the back end is really loaded with a lot of those incredible flavors from those barrels. But how does the Añejo compare? A lot of those incredible barrel notes are really what's prominent right up front, but that cooked agave is still definitely there. Ooh, that's like more robust. I find that there's a little bit more like cinnamon, maybe a little bit of cherry, but the agave is still front and center. It is not being masked by the flavors of the barrel. It's actually just being enhanced, and then there kind of is a harmony in the flavors on that front. Anyway, I've got a dope Añejo to sip on. Cheers.